Hi everyone, this is the Python tutorial. In this tutorial, we are going to learn how to use Python on and let's start our tutorial. First of all, Python is a language which translates your language and computer language, and using that language you can create n number of apps, and you can also create websites, apps, etc. So in this episode we are going to install Python and the IDE which is related to it. What is IDE? IDE is uh, IDE is installing development environment, which helps in creating apps using the language. Here we are going to use PyCharm or PyScript IDE for Python. So now you can go into any browser. I prefer Brave. Then you have to just click on Python download. The latest version is 3.1. Then there comes first link only, you can click on it and download the Python. Python 3.1 means 3.10.7 is the latest version, and you can go and download it. It's not even large file, it's just 27 MB. Then after downloading this, we can install our Python language. Simultaneously, we can even download PyCharm. I use PyCharm. Even you can download PyScript. Both are the same IDEs. I am using PyCharm. Then you can go and download PyCharm. PyCharm is IDE created by JetBrains. This is the main website. You can directly click the website link jetbrains.com/pycharm. Then you can click on download. If you want to become a professional developer, even they have a separate version which is premium version. You can use 30 days free trial, but I am using community version and I am going to download it. Now it gets starts downloading, but I already have the exe file, means the file, so I am not going to download. Now let's download the Python, which is this is our main. Let's run it. Then you can install it. Then it asks for permission, but I am not, because I already have the Python. So you can go ahead and install. Once after installing, it gives the finish, then you can finish. After installing that, you can install PyCharm. So you can install your PyCharm exe file. Just on clicking it, the install window appears. Then you can run it. After that, again it asks the permission for installing. PyCharm is necessary for creating apps. Without PyCharm, you can't create app. It's like Python is just like a English language, and PyCharm is like a empty book where you can write or create. Your PyCharm setup window opens. Then you can click on next, then next, then create a, you can click on some options, like you can create a desktop window, you can add a bin folder, then add an then you can do these options if you require. Then you can give the folder name. I'll give the folder name like this. You can give your any name for creating the folder. Then your PyCharm gets installed and your desktop shortcut will be also installed. I'll now fast forward the installation. After installing, I'll again resume. Finally, our PyCharm has been installed. Now I'll click on I want to manually reboot later. Finish. You can refresh and open your new PyCharm application. You can import your settings file, settings directory. Or else even you can skip your installation of your settings. Your new PyCharm application made by JetBrains opens. It takes a while or two for loading it. This is your new PyCharm application. You can open your py.py file, which is Python file, or you can click on new project. I am going to click on new project. You can give your Python project any name or Python. This is a folder where all your Python projects going to be saved. You can give your folder any name. I am going to give this my underscore Python underscore projects. Then I am going to hit an enter button. Your new virtual environment is going to be created where you can code or use this IDE. Here our folder is creating my Python projects. Your folder has been successfully created. Under your folder there are so many things or so many other folders. You can just ignore it, and here the main py opens. Main py in the sense this is the main Python file where it controls your folder. So I am just going to close it. Here you need not to worry to create a new .py folder, means a Python folder. You can just do left click, then click on new. Then here there are so many options: Python, HTML. This PyCharm even supports the even it supports or acts as the IDE for HTML file also. For this you have to install HTML language just like Python. This is the Python tutorial. We are going to create a new Python file, and I am going to give this file name as beginner, beginner, beginner. So now we can just ignore this, minimize this and ignore. Then this is our main place where we are going to play in our whole tutorial. This here we are going to code, we are going to type, and here is only the place. We are having file tab, edit tab, view tab, navigate, code, refactor, run. Here if you type any Python code, you can run it, run the main or run the beginner file, means beginner. You can run any py.py files here, and this is your tools, VCS window and help. So instead of running there, even you can run here. run the main, run the main, and even you can use these shortcuts also. So now let's do some basics like output. In English language we tell output, but here for Python we will name it as print. Print is the specific Python coding language name, means to give anything output. Print, for example, I want to print my name here in the output tab. So I'll go and print. To print anything, you should print it in parenthesis. In maths, you're going to use as brackets, but in coding language, brackets is called as parenthesis. And any name is going to be written under strings. Strings is the form where you use names. I'm going to print my name, print hello world, HELLO, hello world. So when you run this code, so I don't want to run main file because I am working in here. So I want to run this current file. Here it will be main, but you have to click on current file to run this file. So current file. When I click on run, it prints hello world. Instead of printing hello world, even you can print your name and even you can run this. So this is this much for this tutorial. In next tutorial we are going to see about the variables and how to use variables, just like same in maths in Python also. Thank you. Let's see in next tutorial.